Well, this is a little Big Woods update, and want to let you guys know what Melissa and I and a few others have gotten into. It's mushroom growing. Our good friends Bill and Mary up north, they make a whole bunch of fantastic products: maple syrup, birch syrup. They make jams and rubs and spices and a whole bunch of amazing things. And they asked me if I grew mushrooms or knew how to grow mushrooms. I'm like, never have, but I've grown everything else, and that's kind of like my jam is just growing stuff. So I dove in and ordered a whole bunch of stuff. I got a shipment coming from Wisconsin. It's been 2 weeks late now, and it's got a whole bunch of grain and spawn, wheat spawn, and I'll do videos on that and my whole planting process and so forth. But another thing too, I'm excited is my youngest daughter Emma is showing an interest in the whole mushroom and organic and more the medicinal and the herbal side of things. I'm like, sweet, I just like to grow things. So I'm going to just give you a little high level of what you could do with mushrooms. And like I said, I ordered a bunch of stuff that's ready to go. And you may have seen mushroom kits in the store. But essentially, what you could do is you could order liquid culture. I got this from a guy off of Etsy. And in here, what these are actual, there's living, this is pink oyster here, and it's living mycelium, and you get 10 milliliters, and I put just, well, I'm kind of getting ahead of myself. So anyways, you can order all these vials, and I got pink oyster, gray oyster, shiitake, namoki, lion's mane, wine cap, oh boy, chestnuts, and I have others as well. But a couple different things. You order these and you keep them in your refrigerator. And I mean, keep them for, probably over a year. But what's so simple is you can make a recipe: distilled water, and it needs to be 4% sugar. So distilled water and Carol syrup is very popular. I have one growing with Bill's maple maple syrup, I'm sorry. So a little dab of that, or light malt extract. I use that quite a bit. But just to give you an idea, but a week ago, you say I got the 5/17. So today is what, the 23rd. So not too long ago, I took this pink oyster culture. Like I said, this comes 10 milliliters. I put 1 milliliter in this jar. Obviously, they come with needles on, they're in the box. But these jars, and I make these jars, I drill holes in them, and this is a self-healing injection port. You don't want any air or bacteria coming into it. And this is like a microporous tab, which is over this hole. So it does need to, release carbon dioxide, but nothing harmful can come in. So I took my needle and I put 1 milliliter of that. You could hardly see, there was like a little couple white specks. Now you take a look at that. It is a massive chunk. And then every morning, and before bed as well, I gotta, these are my little babies here. I put them on my spinner here, and I just give them a little spin to keep them all rotating. And as you can see, they have multiplied like crazy. So now this is pink oysters. So what I'm gonna do is I'll make additional liquid cultures. So now I could take an empty syringe. You can buy them off of Amazon. And I could suck off of this jar. So by just 1 milliliter, now look at how many, I look at how, how much liquid I have. I don't know how many needles I could suck off of this jar, but it's quite a few. So as you can see, and then again, you would suck off all these, and then you could store those in the refrigerator for, forever. So then another option though is grain spawn. So I went and got a whole bunch of wheat from the Anoka feed store. Just regular wheat, like you'd feed like your, I don't know, like cows or whatever, chickens. So then what I do is I put them in these mason jars. And well, first of all, you soak the grain, get it all hydrated, 24 hours, dry it off, put them in mason jars with these special lids, and then I put tinfoil on the top. Put them in a pressure cooker at 15 psi for an hour and a half. That was a little scary. I've never, had rocks, and I did it outside, so it was safe. But then you remove the jars, and you have basically everything's sterile here. And I'm not going to do any of the injections here because I glove up and isopropyl and all that stuff. And Melissa and I actually bought a tent downstairs that's set up for like a clean room. And I got some grow tents from the past. But what you do, you could put a milliliter here, grow it here. Or what you do is once you have your own liquid culture, you take a couple of, milliliters, 1 or 2, same thing, right into this injection port. And as you can see, this is nothing. I just took it out. I got to inoculate this. This is just clean wheat grain, all sterile. Now, this one, I shook it up this morning, but you could see all that white stuff? That is mycelium. That is beauty right there. And this one, actually, I put some coffee grounds in there because they will eat that. So those black specks, that's coffee grounds. So that's not mold or nothing bad, but all that whiteness is gold. That's mycelium. So what I'll do is I'll give this a shake tomorrow morning, but I would say in another week, this whole jar will be completely white, okay? So it will be live. So what I'll do is I'll take a 5-gallon bucket, then I'll put straw. In this 5-gallon bucket, I'm gonna have holes drilled in it. I'll put straw, shake a little bit of this grain spawn in there, more straw, another shake, straw. You get the idea till it's full. Then that bucket will, put, depending on the species, let's say it's oyster mushrooms, those grow well in buckets at 75 degrees in about a week or so with the right humidity. You'll start getting oyster mushrooms growing out of the holes of that bucket. So, this here will probably do, possibly 2 buckets. We'll see. Another thing I do, I should have grabbed one for the video. I'll make spawn bags, okay? So, in a larger version of this, I'll put, the wheat in here. So this, I'll make, 3.5, 4 pounds of this. It'll require a little bit more juice, mycelium. But another option I have downstairs to grow, let's say, lion's mane, is you take wood pellets that you would put in your wood stove. Wood pellets and some soy pellets. Soak those a little bit till it's just like a wet paste. I'll load that wet paste into here. Again, sterilize them, and then we'll cut little marks in the bags, and the lion's mane and the different mushrooms will grow out of there. But we'll get to all that, but I just kind of wanted to let you know what we're doing right now until I get my spawn, from the person I ordered from. I'm just creating my own. I'm gonna start creating. I have let's see, I got 6 jars that I have to, inoculate tonight. So I just kind of choosing which ones I want to do and kind of the timeline, and so that's half the fun. It's just the planning of the stuff. But stay tuned. If you got any questions, please leave them below. If you like mushrooms, let me know in the comment what kind you like, and hey, I'd love to grow that type of mushroom for you. And obviously, I don't even eat mushrooms, so we're gonna have plenty of mushrooms, and if we have lots, we're gonna move them to Bill and Mary. So it'll be interesting. So stay tuned. Hey, make it a great day.